picture this lady. Don't do it. Right, two-handed face up. Yes. Are we well? Yes. So on my way to the gig today, I saw a sign that said Portsmouth, twinned with Carn. Now, I'll be the Carn, and all that's there is drug dealers, graffiti, and horseshit. So they've really nailed it. Have I?
Professional, me. Good job I yelled that so everyone can hear, isn't it? I saw my dream home in the estate agent's windows, and they told me it would cost me an arm and a leg to buy. But luckily, I live next to a graveyard. I saw an advert for male escort service the other day. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, that's a postman. Countries are beginning to advertise for sales nowadays, which really annoys me, because they're very rarely true. They're always like, come to Scotland, where the views are great, and the people are friendly. When really it should be, come to Scotland, where the kebab shops are many, and the teeth are few. Many people think that the oldest form of advertisement is in newspapers, which is wrong. It's actually those numbers that you ring on park benches when you want sex. Hi, Dan. Should probably stop writing my nan's number on park benches. When a bride takes her veil off at the wedding, everyone always goes, "Aww." But what I don't understand is, why the veil? It's not some big reveal. You see them every day. It's not like you do that with other stuff you see every day, is it? It's not like you go, "Oh, look, it's my shit." Normally at a wedding, you can't get me on the dance floor. But at the latest one, you couldn't get me off. And that's because I drank too much and it remained floppy. My dad's great at hide and seek. We've been playing since I was 8, and I still haven't found him. He does like to offer me clues, though. Every year I get a sunny postcard from him that just says, "Getting warmer." Growing up, me and my brothers liked to call my dad Vader because he was black and got asthma. No, I joke, he's actually a white Welsh guy with asthma, but there's nothing funny about that. Just sounds like someone's gotten rather overexcited with a sheep. I think it's quite natural for men to compare themselves against their fathers, and looking at mine, we've actually got very little in common. Like, I work in an office, he works as a lorry driver. I like snooker, he likes Formula 1. I've got a couple extra inches, he's got a tiny cock. He absolutely hates cold callers, so whenever he gets one, he likes to make them think that they've called a wrong number. So, whenever he hears, "Hello, my name is Liz, and according to our database, you're owed some compensation," he goes, "Circumcisions are us, you flop 'em, we chop 'em." Every year, for his birthday, my granddad always goes, "Oh, don't worry about dying for me. I'm going to die this year anyway." And he never does. And he always looks so disappointed. So this year I bought my one-way ticket to Switzerland. My friends were always jealous of me because I was able to hit A minor with my flute. But, in my defence, he did call me a fat twat. So I've recently become a parent, and I'll be giving some advice on becoming a parent. One of them being is to always trust your gut. And, you know what? Fuck it, I forgot that one already. So that was meant to be a new one. That was bad. Right, okay. So another piece of advice I've been given is to try all different type of nappy brands to see which ones you get on with. So naturally I've tried Huggies, I've tried Pampers, and I've even tried Lidl's own brand, all of which I found useless. None of them fit me. I've actually found out that when nappies get too full, they burst, and these little crystals go everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. My daughter's had a vajazzle for weeks. Looking back at the whole baby process, I think the bit I struggled with most was the childbirth, because it was wonderful, yet scary. Wonderful, because I got to see my daughter being born, but scary because no one told me that she'll come out purple. So when she was born, my first thought wasn't, oh, isn't she beautiful? It was, fuck, my partner's had an affair with Barney the dinosaur. And seeing my partner in pain was quite an awkward experience for me. And when I'm in awkward situations, I like to make jokes to alleviate the tension. My problem is the timing of these jokes. Like when my partner had to be induced to go into labour. And when they do this, they use a large metal hook to pop your embryonic sac. So when the nurse put the hook up there, I couldn't help myself but go, if you hook a duck, it's a prize every time. Or when she had to have our dilation measured, and the nurse stuck her fingers up there. I love a bit of girl-on-girl action. Anyway, when my daughter was born, I promised myself I'd never become a deadbeat dad. You know, a deadbeat dad who contributes very little to their children, has nothing to do with them. Instead, I'll be a semi-deadbeat dad. Well, I do everything a normal deadbeat dad does, but with a semi. I do have some parenting experience though, as I'm actually a stepdad to 2 teenagers, which has opened me up to new experiences, like going to get breasts measured. And when I go, it's usually me and a bunch of mums and their daughters. And it's so awkward because all they do is look and stare. But I've got to say, I'm glad I've done it though, as I've now got confirmation that I'm a 38 double D. I think discipline is quite important to a child's life, wouldn't you agree? Yes. Yeah. So give us a cheer if you were spanked as a child. Yeah, I was too. And personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Just as long as you remember to stop as soon as the child goes, harder, daddy. When I first got with my girlfriend, I was absolutely petrified about losing her. So I asked my mum for advice on the best way to keep a girl. And she said to me that the best way to keep a girl was to make sure that every time you have sex was to give her an orgasm, which I do. My only regret is that I keep getting it in her eye. When on a romantic meal out with my girlfriend, she thought it would be a good idea to say 3 things that we love about each other. She says that she loves me because I'm kind, caring, and funny. Now, she caught me off guard with this, so I looked around for inspiration. Now, I'm saying to her that I love her because she's delicious, tangy, and a great Coke taste with 0 sugar. In fact, the last time we went out for a meal, we had a banging time. Unfortunately, the restaurant caught us and we were asked to leave. The other day, I saw this man out having brunch with a colostomy bag, and I thought to myself, that brings a whole new meaning to the term bottomless. In school, I never trusted my science teacher because she said to me that potassium is the only element that could float. So, to prove her wrong, I took a shit in her swimming pool. I haven't been invited back since. In English, my teacher would always force me to write a poem in every lesson. Now, I hate poetry, and I hate being forced to do something even more. So when I am forced to do something, I do it, but I do it in my own special way. The teacher forced me to write a poem, so I thought that I would show him. In order to appease, I do a striptease and wax the backside of my scrotum. Or, my life has turned into a state. I've got no one except my mate. I take loads of drugs, got an arse full of butt plugs. And my girlfriend I have to inflate. There was a young girl from China who cooked and worked in a diner. She was really short, she drinks loads of port, and now she takes cash for her vagina. When walking through my local cemetery, I saw an elderly couple coming the other way, and I thought to myself, how responsible of them to be checking out their next housemate. I've recently been to America and discovered that after every meal that you have, you're meant to give your waitress a tip. But when I tried, they asked me to put it back in my trousers. I've also been to Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and let me tell you, they don't like it when you do that there. I've been banned from my local swimming centre because they received numerous complaints about my breaststroke technique. I just couldn't leave mine alone, sorry. And I'll leave you on my favourite joke. I find it weird how you can do certain things at some ages, but not at others. Like if a 4-year-old runs around at the beach in just their knickers, no one bats an eyelid. But when I do it, they ask me where I got a 4-year-old's knickers from. I've been Jack Bartlett. Thank you for your time.